Here we go, the first challenge of this entire level will be battle frogs. So once you start, go left and head towards the blue clue that should show up on your screen. When you get here, there will be a garden just behind these guys. And then in this place you will find the frog. It's quite hard to see, but making sure you're crouched, because if you're running, the frog would hear you and run away into the water. No fear, if the frog does run away in the water, you can just go back slightly and then the frog will reappear in the same location. There he is, and then he runs away. I didn't do this by purpose, by the way. That this was me messing up. So now, once we have the frog, making sure we do not reload the level again, like you're going to see right now. So we need an object. Doesn't matter where we actually find it. You can probably find a wrench somewhere just up the road where we're going, but we need something to throw an item into the water to disturb these ducks. So making sure you do have the frog still. Now go all the way down to the very, very bottom. And to the right slightly, you will go past a construction site. Or not a construction site, but you know, a roadworks. And then you'll find a shed located to the left. And near that shed, you'll find the doctor, and he is talking to the ducks. So we need to make sure he goes to do his job to get the early birdie. Making sure you make a manual save, because you're going to need it. So this doctor will not move from this location. He will just keep on talking to the ducks and until you disturb them. You can use your bullets if you want to, but there we go. As soon as we disturb the ducks, he will just stand there for a little bit, and then eventually he will turn around and go about his day. As soon as he turns around and starts walking away, this is when you should get the challenge. Once you get the challenge, we're going to reload again, but this time we're going to grab his outfit. So now once we grab the outfit, we don't really need the gun either, so we can drop that. Or keep it in a safer location. It's up to you. So now we're going to head to one of the target's locations. So with the doctor outfit, we can now infiltrate the building. And please make sure you do not have your gun near you, because you will get frisked before you go in.
This will just take a sec, sir.
So these two challenges are pretty damn simple. This is all part of the opportunity anyway. So the past is for killing the target we're going to speak to right now. And then the finger on the pulse. That's when we suffocate the target using the pillar.
Who are you? Where's light?
And also, you're going to remember this procedure because we're going to do it a few more times. Just so we can get different challenges.
Am I right? But more than that, a refined mix of
So now all you need to do is just follow him or just run to the location. Either way.
I knew a man once. A doctor. He would have found you quite interesting, I think.
Then eventually he'll get to this room. He'll sit down and start inhale some oxygen, and then his bodyguard to the right of you will tell you to come with him, so he can do a security check.
Well, Mr. Janus fills his lungs. I'd like a quick word with you. Please, come with me.
Now when you follow him outside, he will talk to you and then tell you to go into this area to the right of us. Now once you've done that, the timer will start ticking down from 5 minutes. So what we need to do, we need to get out of this building and then re-enter. So use the ladder next to you and then jump out the window to your left. Now, once you jump
Well, that
down,
was
you can jump
certainly
out
an
either way,
interesting
but
turn
don't
of
go down
events.
any further.
Still, no rest for the wicked, 47.
Now, jump through the window. This will be
You
the
could
bathroom that we're
probably
going to
slip
kill the
back
target.
inside and give
So now,
James
making
his
sure you don't get
health
seen
check
by the
while his bodyguard
bodyguards
is
in the
busy.
middle of the hallway
Just be
on the second
mindful
floor.
of the patrolling guards.
It doesn't matter about the ones in the rooms because they're not really suspicious of you. They don't know
Back.
they need to
I
watch a
suggest we
doctor.
go to the bathroom now.
Now talk to your target and now go back
go
to the
then.
bed where the target is going to be in that bathroom. Then once he sits down, we have to suffocate him with the pillow.
I'm flattered, but I don't swing that way. Well, not besides that one time in the 60s. You know, you
Finally, an end to Janus. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him. Still.
So now we're going to prepare for the next set of challenges. So as you see me save the game already, making sure you load the same one before so we're outside the house again.
Found another pack? Yeah.
So we have to prepare now. We need to get some cigarettes and a wrench. So the cigarettes is located on the other side, so we're going to jump around this fence and then jump through the next one. The reason why we do this is because we're not allowed in this area. And then making sure you grab the cigarettes that's located inside the bush. Now do the same thing and this time go inside the shed. Once we grab the wrench and leave. And now we're going to make a manual save as well. Save right here, making sure you do not override the same save, just in case we have to backtrack for some stupid reason.
What was that?
So now as we enter, we're now going to go to the top where he is, where his gas canister, and we're going to place the cigarettes down next to that area as well. So when we get to the top, we're going to make the gas leak and put the cigarettes next to his table, or on his table, I should say. And now we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did for the past and the suffocating him. But this time we're not going to suffocate him. So speak to the guy, do all this stuff again where we have to get security checked, go back in, grab him. And then this time you need to just sit and listen to his dialogue when he's giving him his check over. And then once he gets up from his checkup, he'll be all happy and he fancies a cigarette. Then once he takes that first puff, he will blow up.
I'm back. I suggest we go to the bathroom now.
all right. Let's go then. What do you think you're doing? You need to take at least 2 steps back.
I'm not buying whatever it is that you're selling, pal. Now please remove yourself. This is private property, and I have no problem enforcing it. You're along the Roger local cops will have to agree with that.
That's the size of a Kamchatka brown bear's paws. I miss her sometimes. Her command of the human body was legendary. Run along now. We're done here. Ah, there you are. I may have 1 foot in the grave, but without my smokes, I might as well be dead.
Hey, I don't.
As old Trotsky said, just as a lamp.
Finally, an end to Janus. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him. Still. We are close now, 47.
Security breach!
So now, once we've done that challenges, we're going to reload again, but this time we're going to make sure to reload when we're outside the house, right next to the window before we jump in. To be honest, I could have saved a different area to make it a bit quicker, but this is how we're going to do it. So now do the same procedure again, but this time use your frog to poison his mask on the oxygen tank. And then now go back to him again, speak to him so he walks up the stairs and all this same stuff again.
Who are you?
But then as soon as he sits down and starts breathing, he will die. And you'll get the tasteless
Well,
traces.
hopefully it's something serious. I wouldn't mind if Lafayette was replaced permanently. He's an insufferable bore with a room temperature IQ. But if you're the new guy, you'll need to be on time. I have a busy schedule, you know. You have a very distinct face, my friend. Eastern European, am I right? But more than that, a refined mix of cultures. You look almost like an artist's rendering of the perfect man. I knew a man once. A doctor. He would have found me quite touristic. Off to So, back to this thing. I'll just spend a few minutes with the inhaler to fill my system with as much oxygen as possible.
Finally, an end to Janus. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him. Still. We are close now, 47.
Once again, for this challenge and the next two challenges, we are going to reload again where we're outside the window. But this time we're going to go right. We need to get the blueberry muffin located on the side here, the banister. Now go inside, place the muffin down on the side in the kitchen, and make sure you poison it with the frog. And of course, making sure no one sees you. Now all we need to do is just hide around the corner, making sure he doesn't see you because you're in your doctor outfit and he will speak to you. And eventually he will come into the kitchen and he sees the muffin, he will eat it. No one else will touch that muffin because they'll be dead. Because I think he's told them not to touch his food or whatever. But yeah, he's dead. Now do the same thing again, but this time we're going to poison the tea. So the exactly same procedure again. Just be careful you don't get seen by the guard, because you have to wait now until he turns around. So you got to turn on the tea, or fill up the cups, or I should say, with the tea, and then use the frog inside the tea, and then do the same thing again where we have to wait for the guy to come down into the kitchen. He notices the tea, and then he drinks some, and then he dies.
Oh, tea. Just what I needed.
Finally, an end
We
to
got ourselves an
Janus.
accident here. Do you read me? Over.
Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him.
So now the same procedure again. Is load the one at the window or the one at the front of the house, doesn't really matter, because we don't need the cigarettes or the wrench. But instead we have to go to the next, well, his next door neighbor. That's where the main muffin place is, or the muffin lady. So for this ring the creek challenge, for this one it's pretty damn simple. I got it by mistake. I didn't even know that it was a challenge at the time. So you ring the doorbell, and then you have to distract her by ringing the doorbell, and then go inside the house. Once you've done that, you'll get the challenge. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. But when I done it though, I was in the basement when it unlocked. So I'm assuming she does her normal, go into the door, answer it, no one's there, then you will be inside the house and you get the challenge. And also now in this area there will be a lethal pills, or we can have this, I want to call it rat poison because I can never remember the name. I know it starts with an E. So it's a non-lethal poison we're going to take. So guess what we're going to do again? We can either poison the muffin or poison the tea. Or we could poison the mask. It's entirely up to you. But I recommend doing the kitchen just because he's literally right next to the toilet when he does it. So once again, ta-da, we've got to do another part of the same procedure again. This time, poison the tea with the non-lethal poison. Now play the waiting game.
Ah, lovely tea.
Let the man drink the tea. He will feel sick, go to the toilet to throw up, and then all you have to do is drown him. Also, I want to make a heads up as well to make it even quicker for you guys. I didn't do it. Is before you drown him, making sure you save the game, because then you can drown him to get the hold of my hair, then you can reload it and then get the piano man for killing him with the fiber wire.
Deep breath. Let's find you a restroom.
But in this case, I didn't do that because I forgot,
Take a deep
and
breath.
I'm a dum-dum. So I could have made this a lot quicker than it was. What it is, I should say. So if I saved it just before I killed him, I could have got these two challenges very quickly. But in the editing world, we make it a lot quicker. But for me, it wasn't quick.
Finally.
So just make sure you reload the save if you saved it, and just do the same
Death
thing.
feels like an easy way out for a man.
Grab his ass with the fiber wire and drown him.
We are
So now the first challenge we're going to get for this mission opportunity or mission story will be the Snail Mail. It's all part of this mission story, so can't really miss it. So go down all the way to the very bottom and speak to the mailman. Now he'll give you an objective to go to Mr. Patty's apartment to deliver this box.
I didn't know he had relatives in Colombia, but it says right here to Uncle James
I'm going to give you a heads up. There is another challenge that you can do here when you deliver the package.
That's exactly why
I'm not going to put it here, mainly because I done something different.
Supposed to understand what they mean.
It just wouldn't make sense on the edit I'm doing right now. Oh, sorry, what Alpha has done, I should say.
No, sorry.
Not
Do
me.
you need some help?
You know what, friend? I could indeed use some help. It's very kind of you to ask. People in this neighborhood are just so friendly.
But don't worry,
That's what I really love
it's
about
very
this
quick and
place.
simple to
No
get.
problem.
So, and actually, I can tell you how to do it as well if you want to get it. So during this snail mail, you'll post it as normal, and you'll get the challenge for doing it. Then once you post it, we'll need to go to the very back where Mr. Batty is located. But before that, we need to make sure we ring the doorbell. So once you ring the doorbell, he will come and collect his package, and then he'll bring that package all the way back to his table that he's sitting on or working on. Eventually, he will walk away from that package. You grab it, and then you wait for him to come back, and he goes all crazy because his package just disappeared from the table, and you'll get the Traceless challenge, I believe. But of course you'll see that on the next video. So now for this one, this is pretty damn straightforward. Not really much explaining to do, just because all we have to do is find clues for this challenge. And it's all part of the mission opportunity, so sit back and enjoy.
Janus is apparently engaged in a civil lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton Creek. James Batty, the plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter near the local creek. The lawsuit also mentions Nolan Cassidy and his unlawful surveillance around town. So Janus takes a helicopter trip once per year. I think we're onto something here, 47. 47? I think it would be beneficial to locate the unlawful surveillance mentioned in the lawsuit. Perhaps Nolan Cassidy's house would be a good place to start. A recording of some sort. The note mentions another house. Perhaps Cassidy is using one of the vacant buildings as a base of operations, 47.
Maybe drop off surveillance pigs on Janus at the house. Cassidy's got it. The owners of this house. Less than ideal, but it's better than keeping James safe in our own house.
Yes, I understand you tried to reach me earlier. Until then.
Excellent. This confirms that Janus and the Constant will meet up soon. I don't think we'll be able to identify the partners today, but this is very useful. The tape doesn't specify where that meeting will take place, however. We need that final bit, 47. So, we know that Janus is expecting to leave Whittleton Creek via helicopter, and that he's going to meet the Constant at some event. I think it's time to look inside Janus's house from...
Hey you! This is a restricted area. Stay right there, sir.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Doctor.
That's the last piece of the puzzle found, 47. While we didn't end up with the names or locations of the Providence partners as we had hoped, this at least gives us a clear bead on the Constant. We can expect to find him at the annual gathering of the Ark Society in November. It should be enough. The Ark Society annual gathering. 47, that's it. That has to be the event where Janus and the Constant are meeting.
And so the final mission opportunity or mission story we're going to do is this one. There's only two challenges that I can see at the moment that we can do. One's called walkthrough. So that is for serving 3 customers some food. And then there's another challenge for drowning the target.
Hey, how are you?
So once you get to the person's garage, we need to find the rat poison located inside. So this will skip a part of this opportunity just because it tells us to go grab it anyway.
Really impressed me.
Then once we're in the garden, we need to go to the other person's garden, making sure we don't get seen, of course, because we're not allowed in here. We need to find the propane tank. I swear to God there was a propane tank in that other garden, but I could be wrong. Now with the propane tank, set it up with the barbecue.
Richard, you are such a fool. Wow, look at that.
Then once you're done, we now need to disguise ourselves as the waiter or the server. And I believe that's a challenge as well. So I'm not really going to speak as much now. There's not really much to explain. Just once you get the outfit, you go back to the serving table and serve 3 people, or as many as you can. And eventually, once the crowd has dispersed, the target will arrive to your table, making sure you use the rat poison at the very end, not the start. And then once the target is feeling poorly, he will go to the toilets located in this house. Then all we need to do is drown him for that next challenge as well.
Nolan Cassidy is down. Good work, 47. Janus awaits your attention.